if you present yourself online as someone who is learning, who is practicing, then you'll be more successful and people will be more likely to read the stuff that you do. I talk about all kinds of things, making video game arcades. I've talked about something like gardening even. I've written a number of applications, mobile applications on different platforms, video games like Baby Smash for my children. These are all different things. I've written a bunch of books, but I'm just still learning, One thing I want to make available to you all as a resource, if you're interested in being a presenter, is a website that I put together called getinvolvedintech.com. This is up at Pluralsight. You can get this for free. We made all of this available for free at getinvolvedintech.com. This is a way for you to learn how to be online. It's a 2-hour documentary film on being a social developer. So I would encourage you to check that out. That will, let me see if I can zoom in here for you. I'll show you the URL. See if that zooms in. We'll make this a little bit bigger. There you go. Getinvolvedintech.com or getinvolved.hanselman.com. Go and check that out. So the other thing that people don't realize when they want to manage their personal brand and become a developer that is visible online is they think it's all about the tech. In fact, I think it's about thinking about your career, about managing your perceptions and who you are. It's also about being productive with your time and making decisions and doing what's called deliberate practice, deciding what you're going to do, not accepting the defaults, and doing it. For example, if you're going to do a fun project, for example, here I've got a Raspberry Pi on my desk. If I'm going to do that project, I should be writing about it while I'm doing it. Maybe I can take notes while I learn, just like I would take notes in class. Those notes can become a blog post. That blog post could become a podcast or a video on YouTube. So doing something once actually allows you to have multiple pieces of content. Now, this doesn't make you a better content creator. This is making you a better learner. The content creation is just a benefit. So that's something to think about. Those are human skills, not technical skills. But when we feel like imposters, it can be a little bit overwhelming. This is a book that I like to recommend that's called The Imposters Handbook. And I made a tiny URL for you to check out that is here. This is my personal bit.ly. But if you go and Google for The Imposters Handbook, you can read about this. If you maybe are concerned about presenting yourself online as a developer because you don't have a degree, this is a great book for people who are self-taught. I think sometimes self-taught programmers are the best programmers because they know how to learn and they talk about learning. I love seeing people blog and post and tweet about how they're learning and they bring us along in that process. So go ahead and take a look at that. Take a look at this idea of being a social developer with this free course that I put up on Pluralsight. Now, when we say get involved in tech, there's a number of ways that we can do that. And this is important. This is a list, but it's not a list of all the things that you have to do. I don't want to recommend that you work very hard and work all week long and then work all night long. This isn't a list of things that you have to do. It's a list of things that you could do if you wanted to. Which of these things would feed your spirit? Blogging, Twitter, GitHub, Stack Overflow. These are all potentially interesting things that you could do. I would encourage you to pick 2 of them. Pick 2 that make you happy. I like blogging and I like Twitter. And I also sometimes like to do YouTube and speaking. But I don't spend a lot of time on Stack Overflow, and that's okay. Don't let these things make you feel guilty that you're not doing one of them. This is not a checklist. This is an experience opportunity.